All right, guys, we are now going to show you how to assemble the picture frame. We have all the work. I have this from Mr. Harris. He just routed these, so he's going to hand them to me, and now I'm going to put them together for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the V-nails. They're called V-nails because they're shaped like a V. They're very small, hard to see. We're going to hammer those into the corners of the frame. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to use these band clamps to assemble our frame and hold it in place. So they have two releases on them. I'm going to release the side that's not all rolled up. You just push up. Pull the band out for as much space as we need. And I'll see if that's enough in a little bit here, and we can always adjust. So I'm going to lock it in. So I'm going to go ahead and put my picture frame together. Like so. That looks nice and pretty, doesn't it? Okay. Now to make sure that I got it in a solid space, we're going to put this band clamp around it. So they got these little parts for the corners. So we pick one corner to be the main piece of here. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to spin it out a little bit. And I should flip it over so you can see it. Inside here, this piece will loosen and tighten. So right now what I'm doing is loosening it a little bit so I have a little give when I go to tighten it up. So, of course, I messed everything up now. But I'll pull out some more. I can always put less. So I want to get these in the corners. So I'm going to kind of pull out my little bands here. I'll put them in here. And actually what might work better when you're doing this is put something underneath it so this can be elevated a little bit. Just a piece of wood or something around the frame and then down below. So I'll get these in the corners. And what I'm going to do is this part that I have loosened, I'm going to tighten it up, tight as I can, with a little bit of give, lock it in. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist that thing that I showed you was a little loose so I can get it nice and tight. And if you zoom in here, you can see that it's kind of loosening up as the screw goes in. So it's pretty tight. I don't need it super tight, but it's tight enough to hold it all in place for me. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these V-nails and a hammer, and I'm going to put them into the piece of wood. So where we have the piece of wood joining is where we're going to put the V-nails. So they're pretty strong for such a small little piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the nail in so the V is right on the line. And I'm just going to lightly hammer it in. Of course, the first one looks bad, but hopefully they'll improve. That's what happens when you make a video. I'm going to put one in each corner. Now that one looks good. Shaped like a V. For victory. Victory. Shaped like a V. And then the last corner. Keep hitting the frame, that's my problem. Well, band came off, that's okay. I'll put in this last one. I'm just gonna have to hold the frame together a little bit while I'm doing it. Okay, so that's 4 in. We're gonna do 8 total. So I'm going to go around and give one more in each corner, so I have 2, and that's just to give it extra strength. It holds in place. Okay. Besides using glue, we can do it this way as well, and it works, and it holds real nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. You don't have to watch me do it 4 more times, but you're going to be putting in 8 total, 2 in each corner, and when you're done, or if you got any questions, see Mr. Harris or myself, and when you're done, you'll be able to move on to the next step, which is staining and then finishing it all up.